everybody. We're in Ventura, California. So lucky and privileged to have the chance to make it up to part of the coast that I've never fished before. Our goal today is just to catch as many fish as possible and sight fish at least a 20-inch Corbina. And just looking forward to having a great time. The weather looks good, it's an outgoing tide, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Let's have some fun.
All right, guys. Found our first Corbina. I didn't get a clear look at him, but it was a big-bodied fish. The drop-off here is a little deeper. It's a little steeper right here on this ledge. There's my first one. So maybe this stretch is what we're looking for. It was just one. It was an isolated one, not a pod. But oftentimes when you see a Corbina stalking the hard pack coming out onto the sand, there's a reason why. And I don't quite understand why they pile up in certain areas. There's always theories. Oh, there's a bite. Fish on, guys. First fish of the day. Small one. It's a decent sized barred surf perch. Nice little barred surf perch. Decent size. Look at it, he smashed. I barely got the hook set. Smashed the crab. As always, it's super nice to just get that first fish out of the way. And got him on the sand crab. Alright, so I finally broke the skunk. It took about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. Had to walk a decent stretch of sand, but there's a drop off right here. Right where you see those rollers, there's a drop off. It actually runs all along the beach, but right at this particular section, it just has a steeper drop off. And that's where I saw a pretty big Corbina. I'm pretty sure it was a Corbina. I didn't get my full eyes on him, but he was pretty full body, pretty big boy. So I casted a little bit north of it, got bit right away, pretty much on the drop by a barred surf perch. So it's proof that there's fish holding here. Now what we're gonna hope for is we're gonna fish a little bit and hope we can get our eyes on some more Corbina rushing the hardpack. And feeding on the sand crabs. There's a small little bedder. They look like micros, but I'm guessing there's coming up feeding on the sand crabs right there. So we're gonna hope to sight fish some Corbina, but we're just gonna cast out and try to get into a little bite here and have some fun. So let's see how it goes. So the sand crab bed in front of me, and it's right here. Right here. It's a bed of micros. They look really small. So I'm gonna try to match the hatch and put on some small sand crabs, smaller sand crabs. And the good news is that a lot of these smaller ones are soft shell. So what I like to do is, I'm going to show you here in a minute, is I like to meatball 3, 4, sometimes 5 smaller ones. So I got 3 on here on a size 8 mosquito. So, you know, size 8 mosquito is a very small hook. I try to just cover up that hook as good as I can, put as much bait on there as possible. Looks like we're in a fishy spot. I mean, anytime you can get the drop and get bit right away, is usually good news. So let's see if we can get another one. All right, guys, we're moving over. I thought hopefully we're in a hole with that little perch, but that's the only bite I've gotten. But I feel like maybe hopefully we're getting a little warmer. Gonna keep trying to work this stretch. There's a lot of sand crabs starting to show. So we'll keep working here, and again, let the hunt continue. There's a bite. There's a bite. Fish on. Guessing a little perch. Oh, got a little bit of run on him now. So a nice little perch, not too big. So a nice little barred surf perch there. On a sand crab meatball. Three small ones. So yeah, just 3 small sand crabs meatball together. Just cast it not too far, just a little bit out, and just let it do its thing. Just do a slow retrieve. Keep your line tight to avoid snags. It's a lot of salad in the water, but you know, the biggest challenge is finding where they're at, and I think that's the hardest part. So hopefully we're into a school now. Let's see what happens. So that perch hit pretty quick, so let's hope that there's a school of them. Fish on. This one's a little better. So 2 straight casts, so I think we're in a hole now. These are above average perch. I mean, compared to Orange County, normally in Orange County, you know, the average size will be much smaller than this, maybe like 6-7 inches, maybe 5 inches sometimes. But these are, you know, I'm not giving them a measure. If I get one that seems, you know, 10 to 12 inches or so, I'll give them a measure. But for now, we're just enjoying the bite, keeping our eyes out for Corbina. But that's 3 barred surf perch now, in about 5 or 6 casts. So looks like we're into a school. Yeah, just having a blast, man. You know, it's been a slow season for me. I haven't fished as much, and when I have gone on, I've just been off rhythm. Haven't been able to find the fish as well. That's my fault. But yeah, it looks like we're into a little school now, so we're just gonna try to catch as many as we can and hope that some of them can be better size. There's some salad out there, but I might start throwing the LC because I know that can attract some of the bigger perch, so we'll see. Let's go. Let's get number 4. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. Just nibbling on it. Fish on. Smaller one again. They're all about the same size. This one's the smallest one yet. All right, that's 4. It's been about like a 15-20 minute window. So perch are piled up here, found a little hole. We'll do sand crabs one more time, and after that, let's try chucking the LC. Let's see if we can get some of the bigger ones. Alrighty, good afternoon. Had a slow morning. Was able to get on a little mini bite. Got about 5 perch, all within like a 15-20 minute window. Moved to a new stretch of sand. Still in the hunt for some Corbina. Having a harder time finding them, but you know what? You got to work for them. This particular stretch of sand looks promising. Lot of skinny water. I see sand crab beds. Oh, there's a bean right now. I don't know if that camera picked it up. I have a feeling there's maybe a better spot where we can find a pod, but that's a promising sign. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Stay tuned. Let's see if we can get a nice big Corbina that's sight fished. Let's go. This is a good example of when you're scouting at low tide. This structure right here, when the tide's higher, when it's filled in, this is where the fish are going to be holding. You see a lot of flat sand right here. When the tide comes in, this is going to be a little trough, little hole where the fish are going to be piled up right on the edge, and that's where you're going to want to cast. So when people say scout the beach at low tide, this is a perfect example of kind of looking to see what's underneath. When the water's higher, you can't see this. What's up, man? Dude, good to see you. It's so snuck up on me. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Damn, dude. After I got off the phone, there's like 5. Yeah, there's like 5 of them right up here in the skinny, but they're doing the back and forth parallel, which yeah, yep. It's juicy, man. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Got my friend Acel here. He helped me out a lot with just giving me ideas of places to fish. You bite? Fish on. Yeah! Woo! That guy was hanging out right in the corner and I hid behind a rock. Let's see if we can bring him home. It's a decent one. I'm hoping it'll be at the 20-inch mark. Now on 4-pound test, you gotta take your time with these guys and you gotta baby them, and when they're ready, they'll let you know and they'll beach themselves. You want to keep the line tight. A lot of times, even if you can get your eyes on them, don't rush them. They'll come in when they're ready. It can be really tempting to try to horse them in when they're in the skinny, but they just take time. Watch for the breaking waves. It'll cause your line to slack. Do your best to keep your line tight. Now he's going in towards some seaweed, and that could be a problem. So I'm gonna try to turn him back around. They take a minute on 4-pound test. He's feisty though. Sometimes they come in faster, but this guy doesn't want to come in. Yeah, sometimes these guys will come in right away, but he's tired, but he's still kicking. He's definitely got the head shakes going still. I have to say, this is not the biggest beam that I've caught, but this is one of the better fights I've had, man. He's a feisty little guy. But if you see him in the camera, he's still kicking, he's still swimming. And he's tired. Man, this guy just does not want to land. He's getting close. There he goes, we got him turned. We got him turned. When the tide pushes out, you want to walk back out with them and let them go. One of the greater challenges of landing these guys is just the surf and the current. I don't know if it's because it's an early season beam, but this guy's got a lot of energy in him. Nice. First season Corbina, sight fish this guy. So stoked, guys. Woo! Got my friend AJ here.
Short. Nice. Wow.
Dude, I've spent 7 hours chasing like one, you know? So I don't take it for granted when they bite. Like, they can be hard. Not even 20. Oh, right around 20. Just short. Yeah, just short. Mouth closed. Come on, guy. He's right side up, right? Yeah. I think he's good. Yes! Got him! Got him, guys! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Let's go! He's in close, but it still takes time. Come on, let's get him home. Woo! Try to turn him, try to get him away from the rocks. Come on. If he pinches the rocks, I'm screwed. Keep the rod tip low. Come on, baby. Get them away from the jetties. Oh, this one is strong, guys. Oh my goodness. So he keeps trying to go into the rocks, into the jetty, and that's the challenge. I feel 50-50 about this, man. I've landed all the big ones that I've wanted to land, but this one's got me nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is better than the one I got yesterday for sure. Yeah, he's not just chilling in the trough. This guy is shaking his head and woo. Huh? No. Just if he sees you, he's gonna get scared and he's gonna go even more crazy. He's tired, he's ready now. I just need a push from the wave to bring him home. So close yet so far, guys. Keeping the line tight, that's the key. Don't high stick it, don't put your rod tip, don't raise your rod too high. Just keep tension on the line. Keep your rod at about a 45, maybe lower. Tire him out and bring him in with the tide. He's looking at me, he don't like me. He's mad at me. Look at that beautiful bean. Landed. Woo! Woo! Oh, baby. Oh my gosh. Look at that bad boy, guys. 22, just over 22.
What do you have to do then?
Oh, guys. Guys, the stoke is real, man. 22 and a tad over. So this qualifies as my personal best. Oh, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. Tossed the sand crab, was just chasing a pod of them for over an hour, and this one decided to bite. But I want to get this guy back in the water ASAP. What a run it had. What a privilege, man. Let's get him back.